What's up everybody, welcome back to another video. If you're new, hi, nice to meet you. So this video, well, it's gonna be a little bit all over the place. Don't mind this extremely bright light over here, it's literally the window. You can just barely see it. The window is right here and it's causing me a lot of problems. I'm going to make my room dark. Okay, now I can't see. I have blackout curtains, semi-blackout curtains. I had blackout curtains. This one doesn't black it out, but it works at night. Anyways, today's video is about going to middle school. I just got out of middle school, and I know that a lot of people are returning back to the physical school, and I know that a lot of people are stressed. People probably missed 7th grade going into middle school, so going back, you're going to be stressed. And I can't really speak for high school because I'm going into high school now. But this is just a bunch of things that I needed when I was in middle school, because during the first year, I realized that a lot of the things I needed, I didn't necessarily have. I had a lot more than I actually needed, honestly. So I think the first thing I want to start off with is reinforcements. These things are your best friends, because these little pieces of tape, they literally fix your papers. My paper's always ripped out of my binder, so I feel like that's something you really would need. Another thing that I realized I needed was in science we were required to have graph paper. You cannot even see that. Graph paper, because the graph paper was to do a lot of grids. We needed it in math too. You'll also probably need some folders for things like health class. If you take drama, then that. I'm trying to think. Photography would need one of these. I don't know. You probably won't need one of these for art, but I mean, if you want to take one for art, to take notes. Because most of your main classes, you really need a bigger binder. You'll need a binder for, but having some of these are really helpful. I just found that having these there are really helpful. A lot of people talk about that, knowing it. I found that I kind of wanted a mirror in my locker, so I bought one, so this is just for that. But I feel like depending on if you're someone who will go and sometimes after in between classes you just gotta fix your hair, or maybe it's your birthday or there's an event, you want to quickly fix your hair, maybe you wear makeup, right? Or maybe someone said you have something on your face, or you want to look at yourself quickly, right? And I got one that's reversible, so it turns into a whiteboard as well. For a lot of the time I had it as a whiteboard because I did write little things to myself on that. Just things like, okay, you need to take this home, you need to take this home, and you need to take this home, because throughout the day I found that I forgot that I needed to take things home, and then I'd be like, oh shoot, I should have brought that home, right? Because now I'm at home, I can't do anything. So that's pretty important to have a whiteboard. Next thing you're going to need is at least one pencil case, and in the pencil case you're going to need some pencils. If you have mechanical pencils, you're going to need lead. If you have wooden pencils, you'll need a sharpener, you'll need some erasers, some pens, right, Sharpie. For me, because I'm going into high school, I'm moving on to having just that. So in here, I just kind of have some pencils. Thought I'd put a pen in there. Oh, this is open. Right, just having pencils, some pens, right, whiteboard marker for if you are going to use. But whiteboard, I found that I needed it to keep myself organized. And it's definitely worth having one, because at the end of the day, you really do find that you're going to forget half the stuff that you need to take home. So that, or a planner. I personally feel like having something in front of me so that at the end of the day, oh wait, I have to take this, 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 and this, right? It's right there in front of my eyes, I can see it. Geometry set. You're going to be required to use the protractors a lot. Depending on what classes you're taking, you may need the compass, so it is worth having. I bought mine in 5th grade because we needed it. So this is a pretty old one, but I just have in here. The kit gave me an eraser, a little pencil, 3 different protractors, sharpener, the 2 compasses, this one, and it gives this one, and then it also has a little ruler in it, and it's super well organized. If I can put all this back. Oh, and it comes with this little stencil to use. It's super well organized. It has this little plastic thing to hold it in. On the top, it just has like a bunch of little conversions and little things here that will really help you. I never noticed that until now. And it's so old that it's like damaged and sturdy. The thing is really dented on the bottom. But it's a good idea to have one of these on you, especially because in most classes for like Pythagorean theorem, I still can't even say that word properly. You're gonna need it in a bunch of different things. You're gonna need a protractor and stuff. Now, I was told to bring a dictionary and thesaurus. I really didn't use them. You don't really need them. I would say just bring it in case, because you may end up using it at some point, but I really didn't even use it. It kind of just sat there in my locker, and I didn't use it. So, I guess, to some degree, I guess it's up to you. If you want to take it, you do you. In here, I just have some shoes, actually. These are really old shoes that I have in my gym bag at the moment. In here, I just have old shoes that I've used since 7th grade. These are really, really old, and I think it's time I throw them out. I have another pair over there that I'll take. But I found that you need your gym strip a lot. So I usually would take 2 pairs. A pair of pants, 2 pairs of pants, 2 pairs of shorts. Shorts. What? If you wear pants, you wear pants. You wear shorts, right? 2 pairs of pants and 2 pairs of shirts to wear for gym class. And then you also need deodorant, and I have one in here. I can feel it. Right. Sometimes you just get a little sweaty. You're like, okay, I can get. And a calculator. A calculator is super important for like math class because sometimes they tell you you need it. And obviously, with our times now, you're gonna need some sanitizer. And just in general, having sanitizer helps. Right, white out because sometimes you make mistakes with your writing, and it just helps out to have. I have a correction tape style highlighter, which helps me out sometimes. I've only used it with. I don't even know what I've used it with at this point. I have to buy more whiteout because I found that the whiteout breaks really easily. So if you can get something that has like this thing on the side of it, this one doesn't. Well, crap. The one that I had didn't have anything, so like as soon as the tape starts coming out, it gets loose. Like it's done. You have to throw it out. So I would recommend just getting one that doesn't do that. Right? You don't really need to take sanitizer from class to class. That's your decision. Like, because I'm pretty sure each class has sanitizer new, but that's up to you. Little labels. You're gonna want to have these labels. You need to label pretty much all your stuff. I have a whole bunch of blank paper. I don't think I'm gonna need it. You don't really need blank paper. Don't tell you to bring it. You don't really use it. Ever. I've had it and I've never used it. Lined paper. Lined paper is a must-have. This stuff is like, it's something you need. You're gonna write all the time, unless you want to use a notebook. And I've found that teachers ask you to take things to them, so it's better you have paper. Some teachers may recommend having some lined paper, like a notebook. You can have that if you want, but I found that my teachers didn't have it. The binder. The binder is really important. This one is actually a 2-inch binder, and I just usually put about 5 or so of my classes' homework in this, right? So like maybe math, English, science, social studies, and then health, because that's what I did. That was like one binder, right? And then I'd have another one that was like whatever other classes I had in that one. So then it was a little more organized for myself, and I would usually, I think I'd only put 4, and then I had like songwriting and doodling in my binder just because I'm someone who I end up doodling on my homework and then I don't have a place to write, so I just keep a section at the back of my binder that's like if I come up with some lyrics in the middle of the class, or if I come up with, like, if I start doodling, I can doodle in the back. If I am done a test, I can doodle in the back and write a song, right? So that's why I have extra space in my binder. I don't even know if I'm going to use it. And then dividers, obviously, to divide each subject. Something that I found really handy. Well, first of all, you can get these at Staples. I just bought a pack of 4. I bought a pack that has 4 sets of 5 dividers. This one's probably best to have in class. You can get different types, obviously, but I have this expandable folder. I was like holding it and I'm like thinking what I have to do. What I was gonna say. This I got it from my mom. She had it downstairs. They weren't using it for the office, so I said I'll take it. Right, and I've used it a couple times, and it's really handy because you just put your separate classes in here, right? Any extra stuff at the end of the year, you put it in here. Like, throughout the year, you put it in here. At the end of the year, you just throw it out, whatever you don't want to keep. And it's so handy. Where is that? There's like a pink little slip in here. What is this? School $10. Probably something my brother and I used to play with. Because we were just crazy kids with wild imaginations. It's slightly ripped somewhere. But this thing is super handy. And I found that having one of these at the end of the year, I can then decide what I want to keep, what I don't. Right? So like maybe there's some notes that I want to keep, and maybe there's some that I want to get rid of. So then I would just keep it in this. What I plan to do, because I have my old notebook from 9th grade, I'm probably going to keep that and then keep writing in 10th grade, 11th grade, 12th grade, if I can all fit the notes from that into there. Yeah, so I think those are pretty important to have. If you decide to take art, you might need scissors. I don't think I ever used these because my school provided them. That one's up to you though. Glue stick, again, probably don't need it. The school usually provides it. Sharpies if you want to. Shut up. A fine liner, because again in class you're probably going to want to do it. Because sometimes for like English, they sometimes have you drawing. Something I found really useful to have in, did I take it out from there? In like just school in general, was to have, and I don't even remember, I think I bought these at like Superstore or something. Highlighters. I bought a bunch of highlighters and I've used this since I think 8th grade. It might have been 7th, I can't remember. And then a sharpener, obviously. Up to you if you want to bring one. Ruler, again, you might need it for like math class. Definitely get it. Something I needed a lot was, like, just because I use glasses, I recommend bringing your case just to store it. If you have 2 pairs of glasses, that's great. Keep one in your locker, keep one in your backpack, or like one at home, something like that. What was it that I was gonna talk about? It was something else, I can't remember anymore. Keeping some money at school, because sometimes you get like lightheaded, you get a headache, you feel sick, you just want something to put in your mouth. I used to keep a lot of sweets in my locker, just some little candy. Just toss in my mouth if I'm not feeling too good, or if I'm just feeling sad, just pop a candy in my mouth. It really helped me, in all honesty. But this is for girls, if you are a girl. And I guess, I don't know about transgendered. I'm not sure. But this is just a little pouch, with like, hygienic products, some chapstick, some band-aids, because sometimes you need them when you're at your locker. I have some sunscreen in here, cough drops, hand lotion and some hair ties that I have to put in there still. I took them out, but hairband, hair clip, right? Those are just things you want to keep in here. I have to put money in here again, but because I used it. I had money in here. Right, it's just a bunch of little products that you will need at school. You know, hygienic products and just everything like that. Some other things you might want to keep if you're someone like me. I had, like I said, the mirror. I don't recommend bringing the pen stands. You really don't need them. You're going to keep them in your pencil case. I literally just kept the one pencil case. And this one, normally I would put in my binder, but this one I would just take around everywhere. And then the other one that I emptied out to give you another. This one was literally just like, it had a bunch of art supplies because I took art. So just all my pencil, crayons, and stuff were in this. So that was just that. Another thing that I brought that I don't know if you really need was I would usually bring little snacks because sometimes my mom would give me stuff that I didn't want to eat, so sometimes instead of eating that I just grab some snacks and toss them in my mouth and I'm out, right? So I say just keep some little snacks. Sometimes you get hungry, okay? If you have to stay after school, you'll get hungry. Things to keep in your backpack would probably be the snacks rather than in your locker. Keep some extra water. You don't want to get dehydrated. I think maybe if you wear makeup, then some makeup wipes. You could keep that in your locker or your backpack. I've seen a lot of people take like purses to school and put them in their backpack. Like not like the purse as in the one you wear, but like a purse as in something like this. I guess you don't really need it. You really don't need it, right? It's like, are you really gonna take this out when you're buying your lunch? You may as well keep some money in like a little pouch in your backpack. But do you really need a whole purse? Do you need one of these?
Hold me close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us.